therefore, I decided to join the Methodist youth group and go on a mission trip to a little town in Theodosia, Missouri. On this mission trip, I met new people who became closer to the friends I made here. I made strong, lasting friendships that are still going strong today. Since then, I've attended multiple other mission trips, and with the friends that I've became with. Therefore, I'd just like to thank for everyone greeting me and my two sisters at your church. Without this youth group, I wouldn't have the friends I have today and the memories that I've made. Thank you. God bless.
Hi, good morning. I came to this church whenever I was in the 7th grade. Kylie and Kinsey invited me to church, and I was like, you know what, I'll try it and we'll see how it goes. So, as soon as I came to this church, I realized this is where I was meant to be. Later on, throughout the years, I went on many mission trips, and I've enjoyed it ever since. And this is the church that I call home, and I always will. And there's so many people out here that support every single one of us, and we can ask for better. And throughout high school, I've been through many hardships, and I've had so many blessings also. So being able to have these people to call my family and y'all to call my family, it's been such a great blessing. And to have such great parents and being so supportive of everything I do, I couldn't ask for better. And all my friends supported me and being the best friends I could possibly have. So, thank you all for supporting all of us, and God bless.
Hello, my name is Alana Holly. Sorry, my voice is a little shaky here, maybe cry a little bit. I was invited to church here also whenever I was in the 7th grade. It was a rough time in my life because my parents had just gotten divorced, and I was invited to a pool party with the youth group, and I've just felt so much love here ever since then. Sorry. There's a quote by one of my favorite poets, R.M. Drake. It's, "Youth love is the only instrument to make more than." And I love that quote because I feel so much love here. Thank you so much for everything all of you have done for me. It was on mission trip last year, and it was scavenger hunt night. And on pretty much every mission trip that I've been on, we've had a scavenger hunt night, and it seems to be the most fun night of the whole week. And my two group leaders last year were named David and Yari, or as we like to call them, Mom and Dad. And scavenger hunts can get pretty intense, so David was trying his best to make us win, even if that meant running a few red lights, making U-turns in the middle of an intersection, and even leaving some kids on the side of the road. In the midst of all the while laughing and running throughout town, we always started
because they're not only your parents, they're also your spiritual leaders. And that was really cool for me because I got to experience that. I was about to do it. I got this. When I came to this church, I met Mama Sue and Shauna and Wes and all of them, and they became like a second family to me. And that's really cool to not be able to have family here in town, but have a family here. And then I met so many more people in this church. And every Sunday and every Wednesday that I come, it's a blessing. And I kind of miss it when I don't come. And I'm just like, oh, I didn't get to hug that person that Sunday, or I didn't get to, I didn't get to see like the little kids. I love little kids. And so like I didn't get to see them at children's time and see what weird or funny or anything, like their jokes or anything that they had to say. And that, I love coming here. I love it. I'm going to miss it next year. But I will be coming back. I will. But I should see tomorrow with my dad and everybody else who's made a really big impact on our life. Because without y'all, I wouldn't be the person I am today. I wouldn't be able to make the decisions that I make. And that's a real blessing. So thank you.
Okay, so I don't cry, but I talk for a long time. So I'm gonna try not to do that. Okay, but I want to share a story with you. Okay. Kay Harper lived in the little town of Earth, Texas, on an old back road surrounded by a farm. Not too far down the road, Jerry Tunnel lived there, and they were friends because their parents were friends. Well, when Kay turned 16 and Jerry was 17, they decided they wanted to be a little bit more than friends and made the ultimate vow to love each other that set them apart. They then moved to the little bit bigger town of Littlefield, Texas, and they started their family. They had 4 children, Tanya, Vicky, David, and Kelly. Kay owned a jewelry store. It sold like a Kay department store. It was also called Kay's. It sold jewelry and clothes. Jerry was a farmer. This family grew on a strong virtue that nothing could break the bond of family. That anything can be fixed with love. They were strong in the community of Littlefield and even stronger in the Methodist Church. Now, one can only expect that from a love story like this, another love story would blossom. When Vicky Tunnel was a sophomore, she met Eddie Gregory, who was a junior. They were inseparable, from what I hear. But at last, Eddie was a little bit older, and he went to play football at Eastern New Mexico University. But they were so secure in their love that Vicky decided that when she graduated a year later, she would attend a year at Texas Tech University. They were apart for 2 years, but those 2 years didn't bother them, and they got married. And Vicky ended up moving to Eastern New Mexico. Their love was so strong and inseparable. In fact, their values were so strong that they now have 2 sons that are planning to become Methodist preachers who are in Portland right now at a general conference with all the bishops and everything. So another strong love story. Now, Irene Benhouse has a story with a similar theme but a different plot. Irene met Edwin who had 4 children: Kent, Troy, Renee, and Chad. They were recruited in Nazareth, Texas, and then moved to Dumas, Texas. And they had really strong values too. They were Catholic, and they were really strong. I think Irene Benhouse, now Houston, is the strongest, the most faithful woman I have ever met. It just pours out of her and seeps out of her. And of course, this had a lasting impression on their children. And this is where the love story meets. and this is where it ends. Kelly Tunnell attended Texas Tech University to study accounting. Little did Kelly know that she would meet Troy Huseman in the same classes. After 3 years of running around campus together, they decided that they would run around the world together and tied the knot. Thus, the Huseman family and the Tunnell family mixed, and the love couldn't be stronger. They both worked hard. Troy and Kelly dug their roots in Mansfield, Texas. They both worked for accounting firms, but 3 years into marriage, Kelly had to take maternity leave to have her first child, Kinsey Renee Huseman. And I always feel bad because my mom blames me for them having to move and having to quit the firm because apparently she really loved it. And she misses it a lot. So I always feel bad. But I was loved in the family. I was loved to leave what she loved behind, and I knew that she loved me more to have to quit that. In Mineral Wells, Texas, they became the presidents of the Baseball Little League, and they've been doing it for 6 years now. Troy has coached a multitude of sports. He coached soccer one time. That was definitely an interesting experience because he didn't know anything about soccer, but they devoted everything to their children, and their show of love showed through their children. I'm telling you all this because it's made an impression on my life. It's the love I've seen, it's the love I've grown up in, and it's the love I want to show someday. And I've seen it in church. I've seen their love in church for the congregation, for God, and it's why I'm strong in my faith. And the congregation has been there to support us and to support me, but it was my family that I get it the most from. And I want to be able to have a love as strong as Jerry and Kay. I want to be inseparable like Eddie and Vicki. I want to be faithful like Erin and Irene. And I want to be devoted to my family like Troy and Kelly. And it's love in my family. It's my heritage of my family.
Thank you all so much. It takes a lot of courage to get up here and speak about those things, and so I'm very proud of all of that. And as we send you guys off onto your new adventures, just always remember you have an army of Methodists here that will be there to cheer for you when times are good, and we'll also be there to keep back up when you fall. We will have the hymn of invitation, and then we will get to go off, and you will get to witness some very, very